Andor Season 1, Episode 2, which actually dropped with the first episode when it first aired. It was the 2-episode premiere, so anybody who watched it at the time could have seen the first 2 episodes back to back like that, which I did. And it's kind of continuing on what we saw in the first episode as far as the investigation into the Andor incident with the security corporate employees that he killed. And they've got intel that this guy, they got an image of him. They got intel that he is from Kenari, which is supposed to be like big secret
squirrel.
Super secret. And somehow or other, he must have blurted it out to a handful of people that
all those women he fucks
are going to use it against him now. Yeah. And it turns out that one of them does. Not the woman, but her boyfriend.
Yeah. So let's talk about the boyfriend.
Yeah. I was saying something like...
Because we are a very different opinion on it.
Well, I mean, in a way, I really feel bad for the poor dude. Because he is involved with this gal that Bix, who is...
Clearly is still in love with Andor. Clearly.
Yeah. But is with another guy now.
Because Andor's not reliable, or Andor isn't available, or Andor's the bad boy. Which is it?
Well...
All the above?
A little bit of all of it, I think. Part of it, I think, is because he is...
Or is it because he's exotic, because he's not from Ferris?
Yeah, maybe. Or it just... They both have their little skeletons in their closets, and I don't think they mesh. She's got her thing with their contact, who is Luthen.
Yes.
And... he knows that she has this contact, but he don't know who it is. She doesn't.
Who are you talking about? Andor or the other guy?
Andor.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
No, the other dude's clueless. He has no idea.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I feel a little bad for him, is because he has no idea what's going on outside of his field of vision, and he's starting to suspect, and he's starting to wonder, and Andor's coming around, and of course he's not too keen on that.
So he's a primitive male, is what you're saying.
Yeah. And he's kind of a beta. He's not an alpha male by any means.
He's a stunt cock.
And that's...
Or he's just what's there, and she's willing to put up with it because she needs to get her hysteria served.
He's a safe choice for her.
Yeah.
He is this guy that is outside of all of that...
excitement.
Stuff under the whatever you want to, under the radar or whatever. And so she can be with him, and he won't compromise her because he doesn't know anything. But she has to keep it that way. So
she treats him like shit.
Yes, she does. And
so here's the thing. Why would you put up with that?
Because maybe...
Because what you said...
Not a whole lot to choose from on Ferrix.
Very much so.
And...
He made another comment, which was quite apropos, but I think it is more of just that there's nothing else around.
Mm-hmm. And he's a decent, honest guy.
Until he snitches.
And, well, even that, I think, was...
No, see, that's...
That was out of spite.
Yes.
But but other than that, though, I mean, generally, I think he is a decent, honest person, and so he expects people around him to be decent, honest people like him.
So he's naive.
And it's just human nature. You project your own qualities on others. If you can be trusted, you are more...
But he's naive. He's naive.
Oh, way naive, and totally in the dark.
And
even when he starts to figure it out,
why doesn't he just ask her?
Yeah.
That's the problem with everything, though, is if people were just honest with each other.
Well, that's the thing. Maybe he has asked her, and she's giving him a line of bullshit.
Well, but don't you think that would be something that would have been on the screen?
You would think.
Because, I wouldn't put up with that. I don't put up with that shit.
Right.
Hey, you're married, fine. This is what we're doing, okay, fine. But don't start being all,
Mm-hmm.
Or, I don't want to do that, but we should do this, and if you're not capable of that, I don't need to play, and then I'm the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want something different, or I want something more. I'm not just a stunt cock. Is this going to go somewhere, or what?
You don't know for sure how things are with them, because, I mean, they only meet once a week.
So it's very casual.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. And he wants more.
Yeah. And he showed up to invite her to dinner on an off night, and she said, "I thought we said one night a week."
Right?
So, well, why can't the week start today? You know, come on.
So he's looking for more.
Yeah, he wants more out of it, and she's distant. And but when she needs him, she's right there.
Yeah, that's not no moss.
After hours, late.
Yeah, drunk.
Yeah,
I've had enough.
And
got to get that wizard of booze, right?
Because
gotta let that fucking liquid courage
of the search for a Canary male for questioning.
Yeah.
And she knows who it is. And so she's stressed out about it, and she ends up going and getting drunk and into the arms of this boyfriend of hers.
That's way too connective tissue.
Yeah.
He is her stunt cock.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And he's safe.
Yeah. So
and if she goes to his place, she's safe there. Nobody will come looking for her there because they only meet once a week anyway, right?
Yeah.
And if they come around asking her anything, they find her not home.
Yeah.
Right. He's just convenient.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's terrible.
It is terrible. That's why I feel bad for him. And
I don't feel bad. The reason I don't feel bad for him,
snitching on Andor like that was not cool.
No, that's it.
But because you're like, how he could be driven to it.
No.
A guy like that, though. I mean,
all right, fine.
I'm not putting myself in his shoes as me.
But I'm just saying. Like,
no, I'm not a cop color like that. You know?
like stand up for yourself.
No, if I got a problem with you, we're gonna take care of it, right?
Yeah.
And he should have gone. But he ain't no match for no Cassian Andor. Andor fuck his world up.
No, I'm talking about.
And he knows it, and so he ain't gonna go challenge him like that.
But
he's gonna go around behind the back and
but I'm saying,
I know who the Canary male is.
But I'm saying is like the woman, she's the problem. I think what happens to her is a bit much.
Oh yeah, what happens to Bix is really messed up, but that's the game she plays. Those are the prizes you get. She was in it too.
Yeah, those are the prizes you get. No, she is not innocent. And I love that nobody is innocent in this whole movie, this whole story.
The series, yeah, everybody's got
except for the robot.
Yeah,
and the robot's just a little brother that has to put up with everybody's secrets.
But no, everybody has got something to hide. Everybody's got something to lose. Everybody's walking a thin line.
So I vehemently don't like him, and I really don't like her because of how she treats the men around her. Because she's working Andor too. Yeah. Andor and her working each other, and they just fuck already. Just get it over with.
Yeah. And clearly they have a history.
Yes. And clearly the subservient one is aware of this. And why would you tolerate that reality at all? I'm just saying.
Right.
Like, yeah.
What are you even talking to him for?
Yeah. Be like, hey, woman, what the fuck?
So
it's that casual. It's where God damn, don't put up with that shit. Nuh-uh. But that's me.
Right? And yeah, he's kind of spineless that way.
Yeah.
But again, I couldn't help feeling bad for him on a level that was just that he was in some shit that he had no idea, no clue. He was like a mushroom.
Yeah. Kept in the dark and fed shit.
Yeah. Keep in the dark, feed you a bunch of shit. And that's
it.
That's his place in this.
Oh, but still,
it's a sucky place to be.
He did the wrong thing.
But no, he did, because it ended up screwing everybody and even himself.
Yeah.
Because, the Empire. They think that their, loyalty to the Empire will be rewarded.
Right? You gotta know that shit ain't gonna work out.
I mean, that was Cyril's problem too. He wanted to, he get in.
Cyril's a brown hole lickum.
Oh, dude, such a brown nose.
Yeah. I was gonna say that to somebody at one of the stores. I saw him and he was talking to. And I go, hey, you got a little. And he walked the other way, but I was like, damn it. Anyway, we meet. We finally first appearance of
Marva. Yeah, no, Marva, Cassian's adoptive mother.
Yes, and she's hell on horseback, and I love it.
Yes, and
then you come to find out later why she's hell on horseback, and that's great because fuck yeah.
Yeah,
but you don't find out till the last episode, which sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah,
pretty much the last episode.
Yeah, but it does connect some dots with Andor as well. Cassian.
Yeah.
And when you find out where all this, came to pass, because she was the one who rescued him from Kenari when he was a child.
But that's the next episode.
Yes, you find that out, and so that's who she's been to him ever since. She took him in and raised him.
And so a actual proper mother, because they just seemed like Lord of the Flies.
Right, they just seemed like a bunch of crazy children.
Yeah.
Unsupervised and no grown-ups. It's like Miri World,
It was like my life as a kid. I loved it. For the most part.
But yeah, it was but yeah, no, Marva,
she don't pull no punch.
No, she's straight up.
Yeah, like what the hell?
Yeah, because she's been around the block a couple times
and calls them on his shit. Like, and I love it because he's used to dealing with people that are stupid.
Well,
and that you can lie to and just be like, oh, okay,
right?
Not her. No,
right. And she's also his mom.
Yes.
So she knows him better than anybody else.
Yeah.
And he knows he can't get away with no shit with her.
And then he starts to,
it's that whole respect thing for your elder, for your parent.
Yeah.
Because he knows, he's going to be in trouble he's going to be in the doghouse over this one.
Yeah.
And he's not looking forward to having to go tell her, but ain't not telling her because nobody else in the galaxy would even understand or get behind him.
Yeah.
But she will.
So I'm not sure if I saw these two together as a premiere, given all the vitriol and garbage that Star Wars was in at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I would watch it. I mean, you've made me watch the whole thing over the course of 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
So
we binged it, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this is really fucking good.
I told you,
that's
what I said. I told you it's good.
But I didn't have Disney Plus. I haven't had TV for 20 years.
Right, but
I'm not,
with the public image and the state of the franchise
at the time,
I can see people not wanting to tune in.
With it, yeah.
And with it being the Rogue One kind of spin-off that it is,
or prequel,
backstory, I mean, I was apprehensive when I heard about it. Really, they're going to do an Andor series? What about Cassian Andor is going to be so compelling that they're going to carry a whole series with it?
And boy, were we fucking wrong.
No, it was really good.
Yeah,
and because it's not just about Andor, it's about
of
this, and it's the whole this period in the reign of the Empire, and right before New Hope happens, right before the Alliance kind of gels.
Somebody said something about this. It's like it's like a political show, but almost like I wouldn't quite say
political so much.
I wouldn't quite say
but it's like espionage
in the thick of it.
Intrigue.
Yeah. So it's not like in the thick of it, but it's like one of those type of shows where it's like it shows everything else about the universe, not lightsabers and Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader.
No, it's great, and on that level,
yeah.
It's like it just gives you a look at the everyman of the galaxy and how they're dealing with life under the Empire. They're just trying to live their lives like anybody else.
Yeah,
and if they're on an Imperial occupied world, they have to do whatever the Imperials say, and they just want to have their job and live their life and not be bothered by the Empire, and so they will cow down to them.
So is this kind of a parallel to?
If there's no Imperial presence on Ferrix, not yet, but there's not any and so it's it's the world where if it can't be found here, it can't be found anywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's a hubbub of trade and not
nefariousness
and some Yeah, shady.
Yeah, it's not quite.
Some upfront and legit, but some shady.
It's not quite.
And you can get away with it on Ferrix because there's no Imperials there to.
It's not quite Mos Eisley, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not a wretched hive of scum and villainy.
But no,
it's not without its
denizens
share of scum and villainy, right? It's there, but it's not prominent. It is a decent. I mean, they do have their
little
community, and their routines. When the guy rings the anvil for lights out, and it's cool, man. It's
a great show.
It is, and it just shows this world that.
So we are rewatching and reviewing for the anticipation of the second season to come out.
Too, yeah. Just rewatching it, revisiting it, and to
prepping,
refreshing ourselves on it. So
yeah, well, I don't know about refreshing for me because when something's good, I fucking zone in on it,
right?
But anyway,
no, I found I got more out of it on a rewatch than I did the first time through. So I started to really see how well written it really is.
Oh yeah,
and you can look at the way it looks, just the costumes, the props, the alien designs.
So
all of it is just so straight out of Star Wars.
So anybody bitching about how much Andor or Andor Season 2 costs in comparison to The Acolyte or whatever the fuck else, go suck a big fat cock. Because this show, the money's all on the screen.
Yeah, you can see where the money went. There's no question.
Yeah.
It's really good. And it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good Star Wars too. There's no Jedis and there
doesn't have to be Jedi or whatever the fuck. Yeah,
they're not active in the galaxy at this point. They've been.
Well, you said that about with the Avengers Assembled thing for Deadpool, and then after we did the recording of that one, it really did eat on you that like, oh yeah, they really could have fucking done something. It didn't have to be the Avengers that were not active right now. It could have been, really.
It could have been total variants.
Yes.
And different actors playing them, and Chris Evans could have still been the Human Torch, and there would have been no conflict.
But I just liked that, like, after we did the audio, later, you're like, God damn it, yeah. It hit you again. You're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, it really wouldn't have taken much out of the, pace of the film. 5 minutes is all it would have taken.
Yeah.
And, I would have shit a brick.
Right?
Really.
Exactly. So, tell us what you think of this episode of Andor Season 2. Are you looking forward to it? Are you not? Are you tired of Star Wars?
I think for me, Andor Season 2 is probably going to be my swan song on Star Wars. Because I expect it to be good, and it's going to be the last good thing we get.
You're not going to watch Grogu and The Mandalorian? The Cuckalorian, excuse me.
That I will cross that bridge when and if it ever even comes out.
Oh.
I don't even know if it's even gonna. I mean, I know it's in production and they're in it. I'm sure they'll finish it and put it out. That'll probably be my swan song. I'll go see how bad it is.
Hopefully they do like what they did with Section 31, and it's just so terrible that they just put it on Disney Plus. Then we can make fun of it then.
Yeah.
Because KK, you've fucked the dog something fierce. And I know that's what you like because you and your lady cock because you're a fucking feminist. But no. Anyway, tell us what you think.
Yeah. I mean,
let us know.
It's intelligent. It's sophisticated. And
tell us what if you disagree, tell us why it's wrong, why we're wrong, please. With that, like, share, subscribe.